All right. I want to start by saying Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah. I call Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Bakah, Kodash. Double honors, Pastor Elders, Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace, salutation to all you Akim four corners of the earth. Preach, teaching Yahweh Shah and the gospel to all you Aquath listening, learning. Hey, keep pushing, keep striving. I'm on side of here. This thing is getting hot. The war is heating up. But these, I just want to come and tell you about some things that go along with war, right? And a lot of people, there's been videos going around about American women coming out and saying like they didn't sign up to the military to go to war. I'm gonna say that shit again. They didn't sign up to go to the military to go to war. Well, what the fuck you sign up to the military for then? Because when you go to military, it's war. War is inevitable. What the fuck? Where the fuck you from? Who the fuck are you again? Hey man, you know this shit blows my mind about our women, man. You know that ain't what I want to go into. That's another video. But shit blows my mind. But the point is, this is a part of the things that happen in war, right? This is some of the things that happen when we're in war. Right quick, I'm gonna read the scripture. I'm gonna play the video. Okay. Then I'm gonna play another video. Okay. Then I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna read the scripture. Then I'm gonna close. But right quick, let me read this. I want to get the minds ready, especially women. And it's not so much I want to even hit on the women because it's not even so much about me want to beat on the women, but some stupid shit come out of their minds a lot of times. But right now, this is hey, everybody need to be prepared. So I'm the messenger, preparing, helping, edifying, teaching a lot of women who and everybody else, men for that fact of the matter of Israel, of Yasha and all over the world, of all nations, because at the end of the beginning of the day, they need to all understand what they done got into and what's going to happen to them. Okay. And the things that could happen to them. Okay. During wartime. Well, let me get this. This is Deuteronomy chapter 11. Salakia. This is Deuteronomy 21 and 10. When thou goest forth to war. Say that again. This is Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 10. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, have delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her. Now, whether that beautiful woman, she's not going to be an Israelite, because unless you're going to war with Israel, Yasha, and it could be going to war at that time against each other. But the point being is that the war was consistent of the Philistines, which is the Hamites, Ishmael, okay, the Ishmaelites, Elam, the Persians. That war was going against Esau, Edom, the Edomites, Moab, Ammon, Chinese, Japanese. So whatever nation that it was of the women that we were going to war with at that time, if there happened to be a beautiful ass woman among them, okay, and she would be, even if she had been married, 9 times out of 10 her husband was murdered, was killed, not murdered, because murdered is wicked, it's unrighteous, but to be killed is righteous. And he was put to death. Okay. she's a widow, so she's able to be taken. And they don't go by our laws anyway. But that's our customs for us to take a woman. So the husband put to death. You got a beautiful woman of another nation, and then that goes to tell you that a man can have more than one woman, whether you believe it or not, you want to hear it or not. But as we're gonna go back to that, it's like man gonna have wives. He gonna have all of our women are our wives. Okay, you just gonna have the Israelite women, that's our wives, and you're gonna have the fucking concubines. That's of the other nations, the low level wives, the servants, the maids, the handmaids. Okay. Our Israelite women are gonna be servants unto the Israelite man, but everybody else gonna be a servant unto her. Okay. In the kingdom, the other nations will serve her, right? But on this side, but our women will serve us. They will kneel before us. Our Israelite women will take a knee before their lords. Okay. They will bow and worship their men. Okay. It's just simple and plain. Like it or not, it is what it is. Okay. But we will have other women of other of other nations. Spoils of war. Okay. So back to verse 11. And seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife. Like I just said, she becomes your wife. She's a low-level wife, concubine. She don't have the same rights as an Israelite woman. Okay, she's doing the Israelite woman's nails, and she's pampering our women, but she's also getting that. She also get the meat when we want to give her the meat. Okay, she's a servant, right? She doesn't mean anything to us. She's just something extra for us to do, and somebody for you Israelite women to tell to do whatever the fuck you want them to do. That's righteous. Long as it's under righteousness, they're your fucking handmaidens. Who gives a fuck? Did not Sarah beat the shit out of Hagar? But also she gave Sarah unto her husband for a concubine for a point of time to have a child with. So Abraham ran up in that. But that was also Sarah's maid. And what did she do? She was wroth with her. She was mean to her. Okay, whooped her ass, kicked her up the ass, whatever she did. That's her handmaid. Do whatever the hell you want. She wanted her to be gotten rid of. The Lord said, "Yeah, you know what? Go ahead, get rid of it." Abraham sent her and the son out. But the point being is that that Israelite men are allowed to have more than one woman. You women, you Judite women need to wake the fuck up. Because this is the time we coming into Israel. Yasha, there's going to be so many women that are going to be looking for men, that are going to be begging for men. Because in the time of war, women need protection. They need to be saved. The ones that's not trying to be captain, that's not trying to be Shira or what's that Shira, you know, or was that Shira or Wonder Woman? You know, y'all probably know who Shira is. Shira was from that's old school. That's from fucking He-Man. Shira was whatever, the counterpart to his strength, whatever the fuck. She was the female. But the point is, you know, Supergirl, okay? They gonna get ran over, ran through, okay? And even a lot of them gonna be caught up, raped, what you call rape, men taking them, you know, raping them, having their way with them. Women prisoners men gonna have their way with them. Well, this is what happens in war. This is all about war. This is what happens in war. Okay, so let me go back to the reading. I get to talking a bit much. And seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. Now they're not gonna do that in the war. They not and over here in this Ukrainian war, it's gonna be a lot of Ukrainian women gonna be getting raped. Every war you go into, where's Iraq? Well, that was like a conflict. The fucking Vietnamese War. When you go over to when Esau was over there, he was raping the women, man. Hey, they was doing what they wanted, right? They didn't give them 30 days to bemoan their mothers and fathers, and they didn't pare their nails. They didn't do it accordingly to the law. They didn't do it to the law. We gonna do it to the law. Okay, this is what the law states. She get 30 days, but she got to put off her old man, her old self, because she become renewed under us. Okay, she become our slave, our property. Okay, just as we became Esau's. But see, they just don't do it under the law. Okay, there's a method to it. There's a way we do it. We do it in righteousness. Now we can do things, you know, we got to do it in righteousness, you know. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity off her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month, a whole 30 days. Okay, a whole moon cycle. Okay, and after that, thou shalt go in unto her and be her husband. Go in unto her. What does that mean? What did Isaac do to Rebekah? He took, well, after Sarah died, Abraham sent for Rebekah. Rebekah came. She jumped off the horse. Isaac took her into his mother Sarah's tent. And what did he do? He went in unto her. What do you do in the tent? You go in unto her. When you bring your woman in your house, what do? You go in unto her. You pierce her. You rape her. To be raped is to be pierced. You take and you thrust through her. Okay? Y'all got to look up words. Y'all got to look up words. You're piercing her vagina. You're cutting her open. Okay? So what happens? And she shall put the raiment off of her captivity from her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and mother a full month. And after that, thou shalt go in unto her and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whether she will. But thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her. Okay? So when she becomes yours, that's your woman. She can go back to her father's house. But here this woman has nowhere to go, because her mother and father, whether they are dead in a war, whatever the situation is. The point being, in a time of war, there are going to be spoils of war. Women are going to be spoils of war. Children are going to be spoils of war. Those that are not murdered, those that those that are not killed. Okay, it's a part of what? It's a part of war. This is a part of the natural war. It happens. This is what war is. So all you women that's out there crying and complaining about going to war, don't sign up for the military, because you go into a military to fucking fight. You don't go in there to live good around your neighborhood, big house, big cars, big homes. That's a minuscule piece of it. That's a very, very small part of it. You go into the military to fight for your so-called country, for the so-called white man. When you in America, you are here to fight and to protect his property. Okay, you are going to eventually go to fucking war. So you join for the zoom zoom and wham whams. You join to get all the luxuries, the GA bills, and you get the big fat checks and drive around and get. There's a price that come with that shit. Okay, yeah, you living good, having a good time, doing your thing in your little neighborhood, little city, and you're the big shit, and that's that. But guess what? When the war bells get to ringing, motherfucker, you got to heed that call. Because why? Because Esau is giving you, Satan has given you all these things. Satan made your life nice and comfy for years. 5 years, 10 years, 8 years, 9 years, 13 years, 20 years. You know, some motherfuckers retire out of that shit. You get lucky. Other ones you don't. You're in war season. There's a time and place for everything. This is the time and place for war. Right now, war is here. War is upon us. Okay. And these women in Ukraine, they're gonna learn it. They're knowing it now. Because already Russian soldiers is already putting out on Tinder. Hey, look, baby, what's up? What's popping? And in a minute, that what's up, what's popping, gonna just go to straight raping them. Because once they start going through the cities and just taking over cities, they're gonna take the food, they're gonna take the women, they're gonna take whatever the hell they want. Because who's gonna be there to stop them? Nobody. Nobody. Because why? This is a part of war. So the women that get caught out there trying to fight the Russians, you get what you get. That was that. You get what you get and don't throw a fit. You can't throw a fit because it's a part of war. When you become somebody's bitch, you are what you are. Hey, the whole platoon might rape one woman. It's a part of war. Death is a part of war. Bodies getting maimed, blowed here off, this blowed off, that blowed off, head chopped off. This is war. What the fuck do you expect? But there's a certain way. That's why. Salakia. Let me get this right quick. Everything got to be done in righteousness. There's a way to do everything, and that's a beautiful thing about the scriptures, right? That's a beautiful thing about the scriptures because I got this right here. This is all right. Yep. This is Proverbs 29. Salakia. It's Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So during this time, when you go through, when these Ukrainian women, they're gonna mourn because why? They're not gonna be done right. They're not gonna be because there's a right way to there's a right way to rape. I mean, shit, it's the truth. But what? Hey, if you can't tell the truth, you can't. What's the point of us doing what we do? There's a proper way to rape a woman. Okay, and when you're in the military, when you're in these kind of situations, when you have a captive woman, there's a proper way to do it. Okay, and I just read it to you. She pare her nails, shave her head. She get 30 days to mourn her mother and father because they're probably dead. Whatever the situation is. Okay, she put off the raiment of her captivity. You take her into her house. After 30 months, you go in unto her, and she becomes your concubine. She becomes your low level wife. She's not an Israelite woman. She becomes a low level wife. Okay, she becomes she becomes your Israelite woman's maiden, handmaiden, servant. Okay, so there's a proper way to do it. But when the righteous do it, we do it righteously. You don't mourn because like damn, they gave us 30 days. We get 30 days to get your hair, cut your hair, this, that, and the third. You got to go through other little shit, but you ain't just raped amongst the whole Israelite group. For even we in war and we see a beautiful ass woman, whether she an Israelite woman or whether she's a heathen nation woman, and we see her, and it's oh shit, she's mine. Come here. That's mine. You take her. Hey, you can't do nothing to her because by the law, we get put to death. So what do? Hey, you come into my house. Hey, she's mine. We don't pass her around to the whole platoon. No, hey man, that's that brother's woman. Go ahead, brother, take that woman. That's yours. Hey, boom, put her in the house. 30 days. She should have had her nails. Your Israelite women and the women. So our women, our wives, when we bring home the captive women and the other women, they're to teach them how to be. So you cut your hair. They'll be cutting their hair and shit. They'll be paring their nails. They'll give her new raiment to put on, and they'll say, "Hey, okay, here, this is your area, this is your job, this stuff you're gonna do. Boom, boom, boom. Put you in this room. This your room. You got 30 days, and our Lord will deal with you in 30 days." You can't touch my Lord or see my Lord until 30 days. And she'll cry and go through her shit. But that's what the Israelite women are for. Our women are to teach other women, because why? We need to bring forth our nation. How do we bring forth our nation? With many women, with one man. One man bring home. You put one man in the house with 7 women, you get hundreds of kids. Put one man house in the house of 50 women, the number of children that you'll get out of that nation is crazy. But see, we don't see it that way. We're nation building. We don't see our people don't see it that way. That's why we're weak, because we can't nation build anymore. And the nation that we do build, what do? We kill each other off. We hate each other. You know? So there's a way this thing to be done. So in war here in Ukraine, y'all got to get ready. So you women just need to be ready. And Ukrainian women, hey, what they gonna do? Eventually they're gonna be getting back with them dudes, you know, or eventually they're gonna do what? You know, not, and they're gonna be raped in the most horrible way. Because when the righteous pursuant to Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked is in rulership, the people mourn. So they're gonna be raped in mourning. Okay, they're gonna go through it in the hardest and worst of time. They're not gonna get that 30 days. They're not gonna get the time to go through their shit. They're just gonna get ran through by the whole fucking platoon all at once. Okay, and they'll probably die in the middle of it, and they'll just grab another one and another and another and another, and it's gonna go on and on and on. That's wicked. That's unrighteous. See, even in war, that's unrighteous. It's a righteous way to do things. Okay. All right, right here, Slovakia. Let me go here. Yep. Okay, this is right quick. This is Isaiah 13:16. Right quick, I just want to bring this part out just because this part is the point that I'm making. I'm hitting a point on here. All right. Okay, so this when the shit hits in Babylon, this is how it's gonna be, right? When Babylon go down, it's gonna be real heavy. It's gonna be a real heavy time. But this country, Ukraine, is going through it, and they're seeing this is really a prelude to what's is like you can get a picture of the things that's gonna happen in Babylon, and it's gonna be worse. All right, but this is Isaiah 13:16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Okay, raped, taken, done whatever being wanted to them. And this is going to happen in Ukraine, and it's not happening now in Ukraine, right? So we know that they're out here trying to get with the women, but as you start going through and women start getting trapped up and caught up in basements hey, they're gonna be ran through because why? These men are hungry. They're gonna be hungry for food, and they're gonna be hungry for sex. And when they're hungry for sex, a man does what he wants because who's gonna stop him? Okay, right here now. Let me play this video. Play this video. Salaki. Hey, that's right. Hey, look, as per the report, several Russian soldiers took the tender to seek romance for Ukrainian women to besiege in besieged cities. So, hey, so eventually it's gonna come a place in time where hey that being niceness is gonna change. Is they just gonna be taken, and I'm pretty sure they already had some already. Because when they go through and they start catching these women, that's why they was all. That's why they was running. That's why they was running the women out of Ukraine, because for this very reason, because they know that they're going to take the women because women are spoils of war. So they try to hide the women. That's why very few women normally fights in militaries, because you get a woman caught up in the military and she get caught by the other side, she's gonna be ravished for days. You know, you don't really want to kill a woman like that. Now, if I'm a man, you know, if I can catch you, if I can get you without harming you, you know, in a war, and you might have shot at us and this, that, and the third, and we know it's a group of females. We like, hey, look, let's surround them. Let's close in on them and let's take them. We don't want to kill you. We're gonna figure it out so we can take you. Because you know what? I'm out here in this war. I've been out here for months, and I ain't had none. I ain't had none in a while. Okay, I ain't had none in 6 months to a year. You know what? And ain't nobody out here gonna help you. So let's. I need me some. I will be thinking like that, and I'm a man. Okay, now what I'm gonna do? We gonna work it out. Me and my soldiers. We gonna surround your asses. We might lose one or two. Hey, it's all right. Well, then hell, I'll take your woman. If I go, brother, you just take my woman. But so we're gonna get these women. And we're gonna have fun. So what do? And the ones that's trash, we're gonna kill them off. But the good ones, we're gonna eat good. But that's how men think. That's what men are. So women, that's why women should not be in war. Because women are a high casualty. Okay, they're sought after. They're a commodity. It's like men to a woman, especially when you're not a faggot, shit, you won't take that. Your women already go around with your booties hanging out and puffed up butts. And so, hey, look, so we already know what you're looking like. So it's the song. So what we going to do? We're going to surround you. We're going to take you. We're going to have our way with you. But now that's wicked. The way it's supposed to be done is the way I read it back in Deuteronomy 21st chapter. There's a righteous way to commit the act of rape to a woman, whether you like the word I'm using or not. But it's just the truth because it's out the scriptures. Okay? Let the Lord be the truth and every man a fucking liar. All right? See, okay, but apart from the war, damn, I got another video to play too. Shit irritates me. Hey, Salakia. But apart from the war, local women in Kharkiv, I believe, I'm probably butchering the hell out of that, are shocked by the number of messages they're receiving on Tinder. Hey, Tinder's still up. The internet's still up. They still they swiping. Hey, they swiping. Hey, better hope you get swipe. What's that? Swipe left. You don't want to get swipe right because hey, you never know how that outcome is gonna be. Shit. As per reports, dozens of Russian soldiers are looking to attract local women through dating apps. Look at many Russian soldiers have reportedly given away their strategic positions as they post their pictures from war zones on Tinder. I know y'all can read, but to say Ukrainian women told the media that there are plenty of Russian soldiers on Tinder looking tough and cool. Oh shit! Now they say looking tough and cool. So hey, look, y'all, the women be with it. Hey, at the end of the day, and they, like you said, and it's plenty of Russian soldiers on Tinder looking rough and cool, looking tough and cool. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you look cool. So why? Because women are already thinking because they know that 9 times out of 10, Russia's about to take over Ukraine. The power structure is going to change. Let me hitch my ride. Because women, that's the women's thing. So when we came to slavery here in America, where they'd hitch their ride to Esau, the so-called white man. They served them. And they served them by putting their sons and their daughters under their control. Okay, they didn't fight back. They just gave it up. They started opening their legs, and they did whatever master told them to do. Okay. Some pictures show the men posing with pistols and dressed in combat gear. Hey, Ukrainian women take on enemy suitors. That's it, man. Because that's what it is. They won't go back to Deuteronomy 21. What do? They take on enemy suitors. That's what they do. Because women gonna go where the power is. Period, point blank. That's why they was running the majority of them Russian women and children out of Ukraine and run them over into Poland, Germany, Lithuania. They was getting them out of there, Romania. Why? Because they're trying to save their women. Because they know that once Russia take over, what they're gonna do. Ukrainian women take on enemy suitors. Okay, so when the power changed, the women changed with the power. Right? That's why women should not be in the military. That's why women should not, because that's not their place. Because they're weak mentally. They're weak mentally, and they're receivers. They're meant to receive. And the ones that try to be strong, you just kill them off. You don't waste your time with one of those. She want to talk back, kill that bitch. You know, you just beat it out of her. You know, you do her really rough and raw until she gets to understand her place. You beat her, you beat the woman back in her. And she would eventually flip over. She'll understand. And if she don't, you torture her so bad, she just would never want to make another. Women will give in. And if she's that bad, then you just kill her. You put her to death. See, there's a way that men think. Women are to receive a man. The man don't receive the woman. The woman receives the man. So the giver, so he's always looking for something to go in unto. That's why the scripture said, bring it to your house at 30 days, you go in unto her and make her your wife. So you're not a wife by marriage, by so-called marriage of America today, where you go out and get a wedding ring and you go buy this gown and you go buy this suit, you go buy this and you buy this church and you get this place. That's a fucking show. That's Esau's way of doing it. But by the Lord said you take your rod and you pierce her vagina with it, and that becomes your wife. And she's your wife. That's your binding. That binds the marriage, the consummation of the marriage. You put babies in her. She's your wife. Okay? She becomes yours through the act, okay, of the sexual encounter. Not by any of these other means. Okay? So right, I'm gonna go to this other video right quick. And this is another part of war. Is and this is the other part of war that's coming as well. Salakia. I did that wrong. Let me just. There we go. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna got one scripture, and I'm gonna close out. Salakia. Takes a minute to load up. Yeah, women gotta get ready. It's coming. Hey, that's right. Hey, security cameras show Russian troops taking security cameras show Russian troops taking food from grocery stores. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go here. This is Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra, and this also is a part of war that people have to understand and what's coming. Because what's gonna happen, the store shelves should be empty. This time is gonna be like a time no other. Because when war happens, all these things happen and they start looting. Because these soldiers ain't coming over, they got food, but they ain't coming over with heavy food like that. Why? There's no point. You don't bring your women to war. Why? Because you're gonna go to war, you're gonna take the spoils of war, you're gonna get women anyway. You don't bring a lot of food to war. Why? Because you're gonna go and they're gonna take over a country, you're gonna just eat their fucking food. Okay? Okay? It's just some simple shit, right? All right, this is Second Ezra's. This is Second Ezra's. I'm gonna start at 19, and we'll begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. Hey, and that's right, because this affliction is being fulfilled. So we're coming out of our hell. Esau is going into his hell and his people all over the world. Okay. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 and 4 months old. So these kids don't come out having conversations at 3 and 4 months. And they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places, those places that was put together, that was strong, appear unsown, Ukraine. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay, and this right now is going to happen here in Ukraine and Russia. The storehouses are going to be found empty. Why? Because these soldiers are going to come through here looting the women, the children, the food, whatever they want, they're going to take because there's the spoils of war. This is all in the spoils of war. Okay, and robbing banks. They got caught. They're robbing banks. They taking their money, their financial system. They're going through and robbing them. This is called the spoils of war. Be ready. Babylon is coming to you. It's coming here. Oh, the safe. They're taking the safe out. Okay. They taking the safe out of, man. They taking money, man. They come and robbing and stealing and they killing. Okay. This is your liberation in action, man. But they are the real fashion robbers and bandits, man, and bastards. Salakia. He said some of the bitches had a meal here. You know, hey, they ate their food, man. Your storehouses should be gone. They broke into the store, man. They taking what they want. Because who's gonna stop them, man? You know, look at them taking whatever they want. Hey, them men hungry, man. Ukraine officials say invading Russians. Oh, Slovakia. They raided shops and gas stations, man. They robbing everything. They taking everything they want. Okay. Ukrainian officials say invading Russian troops are running out of food and fuel. So what do? They ain't never ran out of food and fuel because it's all there in the country they taking over. They taking that country for themselves. So everything they need is in that country they're going to have. Okay? Hey, your storehouses shall be emptied. Your women shall be ravished. Okay?
Ось вам кіношка зараз покаже, що це москаляки, голодні, крадуть харчі. Ось вони пройшли, просунулись, а ось вони йдуть до дверцят. Ось вони намагаються зламати, щоб щось вкрасти тут. Освободителі. Ой. Здоров'ячка вже нема, їсточки хочуть, а там мама жде. А поїдеш в поліетиленовому пакеті, друже, поїдеш. Не бояться.
Russian forces invade Ukraine with only 3 days of rations, according to Ukrainian officials. That's right. Why would you bring more? Why would you bring more if you're invading the country? Well, what's the purpose of bringing more? Because you can get it from the place you're invading. You got storehouses, you got women, you got every clothes, you got everything you need. Anything you're going to want and need for that time is going to be in that country that you're invading. So you don't need to have all this food. You don't need it because now that's why Putin, hey man, you just take whatever the fuck you want. It's the spoils of war. So all you women, you're going to be ravished in the middle of spoils of war. It's what it is. This is what it is. This is war. So tighten up your shit. Pull your big girl panties up. Stop crying. You entered the military. You there. So go be a big girl and go fight it out. And pray that you get put to death before you get ravished by the whole fucking enemy's army, man. By a whole platoon. Okay? That's the best you can do. You entered it, you be a big girl, and you do your job. You wanted the war. This is what the military is, war. Ain't no fucking game. Y'all think it's a game. You women get into it to have a good life. To have she that living in pleasure while she living is dead already. You want to live in pleasure. You want to have a good ass time. For lack of better words, hey, you want to party and bullshit. Hey, but the party and bullshit is over. Because now you got to pay the piper. You got to pay up. You join, you sign, you get all the zoom and wham whams, you got all the goodies, you got all the teats. Now you're gonna lament for them teats. Okay? Now you're gonna cry and mourn for those things that you wanted. Okay? For all those things, you got the good time. Now you got to get the bad too. Everything can't be good. Everything can't be good. Job said that. Told his wife. She told him to curse the Lord and die. He said, hey, now you sound like one of those dumbass women, one of those foolish women. Should we only receive good from the Lord and not evil? Hey, you got to get the good with the bad, baby. You got to get the sweet with the bitter. It's going to come. Either way it go, you got to get it. So all you women in the military now in America crying about having to end up in this war, hey, what is that? The roosters come home to roost. The rooster has come home to roost. Okay? So this is your payment. You owe Satan. You owe him back for all the good times you had while you was living. You owe him back for all the welfare, for all the money, for all the cars, all the houses, all the credit. You owe him back for living as lavish as you lived. You and your children. You all owe. You are in debt to the so-called white man. So you're going to have to go in his system, fight this fucking military, and you're going to have to get raped in it or die out of it. However, whichever come first. But sister, you're going to have to go through it. You joined hands unto that devil, so you're going to take his punishments. Okay? Let me finish this up, and I'm going to close out. 2 Ezra 6:23. And thy trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still. And in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation. And now, and call on Yahweh Shem Shah, that's the elect. Because we want to see the salvation of Yahweh Shem Shah, or the hopeful elect. The hopeful man, that's the hopeful elect of the Lord. Okay? And I told thee shall escape and see my salvation. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. Woo! Hey, y'all got to get ready. Y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready, especially you women and children. You better be ready for what's coming, because this shit is not going to be no joke. This shit is not going to be no joke, man. Okay? Hey, well, with that said, I want to say call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kudash. Hey, double honors, Pastor Elders Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace, salutation. Are you Akim 4 corners of the earth? Hey, all you Aqua for listening and learning. Hey, wise up. Y'all better wise up. Get off that high horse. Better get you an Israelite man. Better get you a man of understanding, a real man of knowledge, a real man of knowledge, a real man of understanding, so you can be protected. get up under your covert. Stop trying to be, oh, the Lord got me. I'm not. Okay? Because the Lord put his men here for a reason. The men of the Lord are here for a reason, to be a covert. Understand that, from the storm, from the tempest, a protection. Okay? So choose wisely. All right, and with the rest, Shalom and a ball. That's right. Fuck Esau. That's right. Shalom.